Hi everyone, very good morning and good evening to all. Let us start our today's session. In our previous session, we have seen expression transformations. So how can we use this expression? I hope you just started practicing the expression. So today, end of this day, I will send you this particular document one more time. I have added few more exercises. So try to complete other exercises also. Okay. So I added some few more exercises here. So just try that and try to complete. Okay. So these are, see, as of now, I'm giving that the exercises related to one particular transformation, but after completing 10 or 15 transformations, then I will give you combined logic. Okay. So how to create it. So you have to think which transformation we have to use. So if you are using these exercises, if you are using and practicing all the exercises while giving that other exercises, you can able to think, okay, this transformation only I have to use. Okay. So for that, you need to prepare all these exercises. Okay. Now we will start with expression macros. So what is expression macros? So this is the new features, okay, which is available in IICS. Say for an example, in the Excel sheet, so the Excel macros we will write, correct? So sometimes we may get some data here. We need to prepare some insert script for this particular data, which is available, or some formula we have to write. So that particular script we have to drag and drop for all the records, it will get generated. Sometimes if you have the data in this particular Excel sheet, we can create. So this is one example I'm saying. So for these data, I have to create an insert statement. Okay. So I can create insert statement for one particular data record, and I can drag and drop this one to all the records. The macros will get applied and you can use it, right? See, this is one example. The same way you can create different logic, transformation logic, and you can create the macros, right? The same way in Informatica IICS, okay, say for an example, source you have some millions of record, okay? Source you have huge volume of record and it has some 100 columns. So 100 columns you have, okay, you assume that yeah, definitely we will have some 100 columns, right, in real-time project. So you have to load the data to target. Okay, you have to load the data to target and we have to check the columns. Say for an example, whatever the column we are getting like numeric column or the character columns. This is one column, this is another column, this is another column. Okay. So for this character column, you might be getting data like the left hand side space or right hand side space, or in between you have some wrong data. See, whatever the data you have to remove that space on the left hand side, right hand side, and you have to load it. See, this should be applied on all the columns. So normally what will you do in Informatica Power Center? So if I want to apply this logic, okay, trim function, I want to apply. So left hand side space, right hand side space. In between, if I have any special characters, that we have to remove it. So how can I apply this logic? For each and every field, we have to create output field. In the output field, we have to write the logic, right? But in IICS, it's very simple. We can write by using macros. So we do have three types of macros. One is vertical macros, horizontal macros, and hybrid macros. So hybrid macros is nothing but combined of vertical and horizontal. So what is vertical? So whatever the logic we are going to write, so that logic, the macro, expands the expression vertically. So that is what you can go for vertical macros. So we can go for expression vertically. So you can write logic for one particular column. So this column, and you can apply the same logic for whatever the column, same type of column I have to implement. Say for an example, if I'm getting null value, I have to replace 0 if I'm getting null values. So this is one column, yes. But if you have some 10 to 15 columns or 20 columns, you have to write the same logic. Are we going to write 20 times the same logic, multiple for? No need. Okay, so only one time you can write, and you can expand the same macros to other column as well. Vertically, you can expand the values. So that is called vertical macros. Horizontally, if you want to expand, so it is called horizontal macros. Okay, how can I create it? So this is one logic. So what I'm going to do, for an example, this particular logic I'm going to do, you assume that I have some space on the left hand side, space on the right hand side. Okay, space on the right hand side, and I have some space. Okay, something like, so here I have, no, I can create some space on the left hand side or right hand side. I have to remove that. So I can put here. So values I can go with. I'm writing some space on the right hand side. Okay. So I'm writing space on the, see here I have already space on the right hand side. Okay. So I will put some space on the left hand side. So this is the way we have. So in between we have some space. So if in between space, no need to remove. But here, for an example, so middle, I have some other character. Some other character, you assume that dollar symbol. So there, this dollar symbol should be removed. If I have any symbol, like special characters, that should be removed. You assume that this is the data validation. Some validations are there. Basic validation I have to do. Okay. Left hand side space, right hand side space. And all this I have to remove for some records. Okay. So this one should be removed for multiple field. So first name, last name, email, phone number, job ID. So these field I have to remove it. Okay. It's not in between. If you want to go for in between, yes, you can go for replace character. But the thing is, you might be get replaced if I have something like this, right? So that we are not doing it. Okay, integrity constraint violation. See, this job ID is like a foreign key. Okay, so it's a foreign key here. That's why it is getting violation. So we are not doing anything. We assume that some data we have. So we have to apply the logic for all the columns. So how can I apply? So you assume that we have some 100 columns are there. So all the 100 columns should be applied. It's very simple in IICS. So you can write macros. Okay. So any sources, maybe it's like a relational sources or any sources it can work. So why? Because after fetching the data into Informatica, then only we are applying, right? The source might be a table or flat file or cloud, anything. We are bringing the data to IICS. In IICS, we are using expression transformation, right? So in the expression transformation only, we are going to write it. So source might be anything, target might be anything. Okay. No issues, whichever the source we are going to use. Okay. So we will check whether the services are up and running. So maplet is nothing but if you are doing some data cleansing operation by using maplet, same way here also you can do. The maplet is like a reusable component. But here the same logic we can apply for multiple columns, multiple column levels. Okay. Maplet is multiple transformation you can use, the transformation logic. Here one transformation only. That's a difference. Okay. I will go to data integration. I will use source and target as Oracle. So if you want, you can use any source and targets. So I will go to mapping. I'll create a new mapping here. M underscore expression underscore macros. Okay. Just I will write. I'll go to source. I will open the source here. Just you can take source Oracle source. So any sources you can take, no issues. If you want, you can test it with flat file as well. Okay. So here I'm going to take the source table, employee source. And next one, I'm going to create an expression transformation. Okay, so I can go to the one next transformation is expression. Okay, expression transformation. Then you can go to the expression here. You might be seeing this, the addition of columns, right? So we have seen output field, we have seen variable field. Then we have the input macros. So you can click on this input macros. You can give macro name. That's it for the port name. So I'm just giving that in underscore port. Okay, so if you want to have multiple ports, yes, you can use input port. You will have percentage symbol both the side that represents the macros. Okay, and click on OK. So just I have created the field. You can go to the configure. The configure whichever the field I want to apply the macros. Say for an example, I want to apply the macros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field. Assume that okay fields. These fields I have to apply. Same way for an example, commission percentage is null. It is decimal, right? So if I want to apply the same logic for another multiple columns, then you have to create one more macros. So I can go to incoming field. I will give named fields. Same way you can select whatever the field you want. So I want to apply the logic for employee ID, sorry, email ID, first name, job ID, last name, phone number. So these 5 fields I have to apply. Just click on OK. So we have given this, right? We have created one input macros. So the input macros tells you that, okay, so whatever the column, we are going to make it like a input. So logic we have to apply, we have to create one more field. So that should be a output macros. So you can go to output macros. So it will be selected automatically like input field. So if you have created multiple macros input field, say for an example, one field you have created for varchar, one macros you are going to create for decimal. Then you can create one more macro field so that you can choose it. It should be a string. If you want, you can give 1000 characters also. Okay, so whatever the values you want to give. So click on OK, right? Then you have to configure. You go to configure here. Just you have to, this is the field, right? So it has single field. So you can assume that single field, but we are getting multiple field here, multiple field here. So here it contains multiple field. You can give any name, no issues on the naming conventions. You can give any name and input port. And here I'm going to give you the logic. So what I'm going to create, I'm going to replace the dollar symbol. So if I have dollar symbol in between, I have to replace that, right? I have to replace if I have dollar symbol. So for that, I will go for replace character, correct? So you can go to the string. You can use replace character flag. It's nothing but it's a case sensitive we have seen already. So this should be a input field here, right? Yes, it should be an input field. And this one should be dollar should be replaced with null. That's it. Simply you can use with this, right? Yes, dollar symbol. So I want to apply if any special characters, you can use any characters here. So any special characters, it should replace. Then I can go for, okay, so I can use L trim. So left side, I can use L trim of this one, right? Space, I have to remove. Then R trim of this one, okay? So there is no trim function. So you can see here, there is no trim function here. So you will have only L trim or R trim. So you can check it here whether we have trim function here. Okay. So that's it. We do not have any trim function. That's why we are using ltrim or trim. Say for an example, I cannot test it. See if contains any macros, we cannot test it. Okay. So that's why I told if I have multiple special characters, you have to give all the multiple special characters here itself. Okay. And you cannot test it here, macros. If you want to test it, instead of macros, you can use any other field. Say for an example, instead of validate, it should be valid. Then instead of first name, you can put this one. So now you cannot validate it, but it is a valid one. So click on OK. So we have applied only one time. That's it, right? Yes. So same thing, you can apply it for all the columns. So if you go to the target, go and select the target here and go and select the target table. I'm just selecting the target table as T underscore employees table, this table. Sometimes, see if you have zoomed out, sometimes you will not be able to see here options, right? You have to zoom out. Okay, zoom in, zoom out, you do it. So I'll go for truncate and load the target. I'll go for truncate and load field mapping. See here, there is one changes. So how can I do field mapping, right? So employee ID to employee ID I can do, first name I can do. What about first name? I cannot do first name, right? So I have to take this one. But this port contains 5 columns, right? 5 columns combinedly it has. So I cannot map it to one single field. You have to go for parameterized mapping. So how can I do parameterized mapping? You have to, in the field mapping options, you have to check completely parameterized one. Completely parameterized one. You can create one parameter. That's it. So just to go to completely parameterized one. So there is no parameter now. You can just create a new parameter. Simply you can select macro, some macro parameter. I'm just selecting. Okay. So this is the way we have to use it. So click on OK. And you can go and save this. Just to save it. It should be valid now. Mapping should be valid. You can go to new task, mapping task. So create a new task. So you have to create a new task. In the task level only, you will get all the, so MTT or MCT, anything you can give. So expression macros. Expression macros. You can go to the environments. You can select the mapping. Choose the mapping here. And go to next. Click on next here. See the input parameter we have created, right? So here it will ask you to map it. You can see here we have created macro, right? So we are getting 5 output ports. So whatever the port you want to map it, you just map it like this. Okay, sorry. You have to remove this. You have to just map M. I think it has mapped it already, right? So it has been mapped, but this one, first name, you have to remove it. Last name, remove it. Email, remove it. Phone number, job ID. So all this just to remove it. Take the email out from here. Map it to email here. Okay. And take the job ID to job ID here. Little bit they have changed now. The new versions. Previously we have little bit the appearance they have changed. First name you can take here. Last name you can take here. And phone number you can take here. See all the 5 fields we have taken. Okay. Go to next. So these options we will discuss later. Just click on finish. So we will finish it. We have created one mapping. So now I will show you here. We'll go for select star from. Give me some time. I will answer your question. Okay. So let me complete it. Then ask your questions. So I will run this mapping task. So if you have 100 columns, yes, you have to add manually. This is one-time activity, right? Development, yes. Development you have to do manually one time, all the columns. So what are those star marks beside the column names? Which star marks? This one you're asking? So defining like not null. It is a not null column. Okay. And yeah, that's what. See, so just to go through that, go through and one time do it, and you can able to understand all this. Okay. Let me complete this one, then I will come to your question. See here has been removed. The dollar symbol has been removed. So I got one more question that if I have more number of characters, if I have defined some 4 characters, after that I'm getting more characters, that we cannot handle it. So we have to go for some other method only. Okay. Some other strategy we have to follow. Left hand side, right hand side, all this it has been removed. So if you want to remove the in between space, yes, you can use replace character itself. You can use. Okay, but if you are using replace character, if you are getting like this one also it will be replaced. So you have to be used very carefully. So you have to build a logic accordingly. Okay. So this is the one we can go for vertical macros. So the macros will be applied. The macros will be applied on vertically for all the records. Okay. All the records, and we can go for multiple columns as well. Okay. This is the multiple columns as well. And I will come to your questions. So star represents, it is the not null column. This one represents, it's a primary key, right? So this one represents, it is a unique constraint. See, if you keep the cursor on this, right, you will able to understand what is this column. Okay, this is something like mapping. Okay, this one left hand side you are seeing, just we are mapping it on the right hand side. So if you keep the cursor on this, it will show you. This f of x showing that it's a expression. Okay. So these things you can able to see, and this tick mark represents it has been mapped with target. These columns are not mapped. These columns are not mapped directly. We are using other columns to map. So that's what they are representing. Okay. So these things, and we have seen macros on vertically. So how it will be applied on all the records, right? So this is called vertically, it will expand. So how it will expand? So we can go here. A vertical macros expands vertically. So that implies vertical macro generates a set of same expression conditions on multiple incoming field. So that's what it will expands. Now we will go for horizontal macros. See, horizontal macros expands horizontally. See, like this, if I'm going to give, okay, if is null of this column, I have to replace 1 or 0. Just this is one logic, you assume that. So if I'm going to give 10 columns here, so it will expand like this horizontally. Okay, for all the columns. So this implies this is the horizontal macros. So what I'm going to do now, so some data validation I'm going to do. If I have some null values on these columns, okay, on these input columns, if I have null values, I have to filter out this record. These 5 columns contains any null value. Then I have to filter out this record. I have to filter out. So this should be expands horizontally. You have to follow the same logic for all other columns. The macros will expand like this. So how can I do it? I have to go for horizontal macros. So go to expression. So in the same one, I'm doing it. So I will create one new port. I'll go for, so same way you can go for input field. Okay, input we have created and we'll go and create output field. Okay. So output macros. So you can get here some other name. Okay. I will create one new input port, something like a flagging. Output field itself I will create. Okay. Flag. And then it flag should be a decimal integer. Okay. 0 or 1, I'm going to create it. So just I'm creating output field. That's it. In the output field, the flag field, I'm going to use macros. So if you go to the built-in functions, at last you can find horizontal expansion. You can find here built-in functions. Always you can find. So this horizontal expansion represents horizontally it will expand. So we have some 4 different operations. So operation concat delimiter. It will concatenate based on the delimiter. So operation if and operation sum. So this time I'm going to use operational if. So how I'm going to use it? So this is the way I'm going to use it. Okay. So for an example, I'm just using this way. Percentage. So if you click on this one, right? So if you click on this one, it will give you operational expression. Percentage here, percentage here. It represents macros. So in between, I can write logic. So here I'm going to write so operational sum, right? So in sum I'm going to use if is null of input port. If is null of any one incoming port, I'm just making like 1, otherwise 0. Say for an example, this field contains null value, then I'm flagging like if it's null of this port, flagging like 1. It will have 1. The other field, other record will not have 1. Summation. So that means if it has null value, then 1. Null value 1, 1, 1, then 1. So all the 1 I'm adding 5, right? You will get 5. So if all the values contains 0, that means contains value, sum you will get 0, right? Sum you will get 0. So just to validate it, it should not be validated. But if you are getting 1, that is null value it contains. So that we have to block it. So I'll go here. I will use one filter transformation to block that record. So I want to filter out the record. I'll use here filter. I'll go for advanced filter. So flag equal to 0, right? 0 alone, I have to pass it to the next level. If it contains any 1, that means it has null value. That I have to filter out. So validate. If I'm going to run this mapping, so how many record previously we got it? In this one, all the 105 records we got it, right? But now it will get filtered out. So you can see here, I'm just restarting. It should have 104 record. So that means only one record has null values on this particular column for all the record. For all the record, I have posted only one null value on this particular column. Okay, I'm getting 0. We will check it why we are getting 0. All the record has been blocked. Okay, so but we should block only this record. flag equal to 0, right? If is null of input port, then I'm making 1, else 0, right? Okay. So summation. So I should get only 1. Why all the record is getting filtered out? I will edit and validate, okay? Okay, I think this one, employee ID, first name, last name, email out, phone number. This is correctly mapped, right? So it's running. Okay, somewhere it is getting filtered out. We'll validate, okay? Sorry, 105 records we have. I just given 100 only. I should have given all the records. So flag is not getting generated. We are getting flag as null. Okay, we'll check it why. Flag like integer. We cannot test it here since it has some macros. So whether we have given correct data types. Yes, we have given correct data type. So I'll go to incoming field here. So we are getting input port. So flag we are getting. Flag no need to map it on the target. Why? Because flagging it's like yeah, um, I have created output field, right? Or output macros. Yeah, it should be output macros actually. Okay, so input, and you can give it's output field only, not output macros. It's output field only. So just we have to create one output field. Just a minute, we'll create one more time. Maybe some issues. Okay, so I will create one more port here. Output field flag. Just I'm giving the flag values integer. Okay, so configure this. So I will select this one. Oh, sorry. I got what is the mistake with it, right? See here I used in underscore port. It should be input underscore ports actually. That's a mistake. See here, the port I have created like ports, right? Yeah, that's the one thing. The thing is we cannot validate this one. If I'm going to give now, that's the issue. So one field I have given that yes, I haven't given, right? So what I will do, if you want, I can run this preview. Now I'll show you. So that's what you have to backtrack it. 105 records, right? Yeah, now it will get correctly. Yeah, we are getting right. See, input field I have given wrongly. That's right. I'll go to the second page. Remaining records. The last record you will get summation as 1. Right? See here, 1 we are getting. Next time we are next flag we are giving like a filter like a 0. So that's why it will populate. So now I will go to this MCT. I will run it. This is what you have to troubleshoot it. Okay. So you go and check each and every transformations, review the data, and then check it. See here, 104 records loaded. One record, it will get filtered out. Okay. So this null value will get filtered out on the core this table. Last record, you will not have null values, right? It has filtered out. If any one column contains any null value, then that record we are filtering out. So you can put any different logic also. Okay. So if it has null values, you can replace with 0. Yes, you can expand. So this one with other columns. So that is called horizontal macros, horizontal expansion. And you can go for hybrid macros. So hybrid macros means both. Okay, the same thing you can create in single expression itself. You can create like this. Okay, so like this you can create. It expands both horizontally and vertically. Okay, but remember the horizontal macros you can able to create in the output field only. Okay, so not on the macros. Clear? For any expression transformation, you can see the horizontal macros. So if you want to combinedly use, I will give you this sheet. You try this logic. Okay, so create one variable flag. So use like this and use this one as out and use this way. If flag equal to 0, then we are removing the space. Else we are making like null. So this way you can use the logic and get the same logic. So same one. So you are combining these two into one single field itself. Okay. So this is what hybrid macros. So whatever the macros you want to write, yes, you can write. See, what is the use of macros? So overall, what is the use of macros? If I have more number of columns, if I want to apply the logic for multiple columns, okay, multiple columns, then you can go for expression macros. Okay, this expression macros, you can, yes, it's for reusability only, but in the expression transformation. Okay, so clear on this, how to create the expression macros. So this is what you have to create. And I will send you the expression transformation exercises today also with along with expression macros. So both you try to complete. Okay, I have given 10 exercises here. So all the 10 exercises you try to complete. Okay. So I'll go to the next transformation. Next transformation is a very simple transformation only. So this is our fourth transformation, right? Source, filter, expression, then fourth. It's a joiner transformation. It is similar to Informatica Power Center. There is no differences here. And we have seen already source join, right? Source joiner. See, what is the use of source joiner? The source itself, you will be having multiple object, right? If you open this, if you open the source, so you can able to find here, sorry, on the source, the object, you can go for multiple objects. So multiple objects means you can select multiple object, you can join it, right? So that means if you're having homogeneous sources, yes, you can join it based on the source joiner itself. So homogeneous sources. So that's what we can go for source joiner. But in real-time project, you may get data from heterogeneous sources as well. And also you'll be doing a lot of transformation logic. Then you have to combine these two pipeline by using a common column. So then you'll go for joiner transformation. Joiner transformation. This joiner transformation is used to join heterogeneous sources. So heterogeneous means heterogeneous sources means sources from different databases, different flat file. For an example, one source I'm taking like table. Okay, one source I'm taking flat file. So how can I combine these two? So here I'm going for, this is employees at flat file. Anything you can take. So employees, I'm just taking like a flat file source. Okay, so flat file employee source I can take. Then this is the table, Oracle table. I'm going to take departments. Say I want to take department ID from here and department ID from here. I have to join it. I have to get it other records. Then you can use joiner here. We can bring the joiner here. Okay, so we can bring joiner here. In this joiner, you can get two inputs, all the two inputs. See, remember, it is similar to Informatica Power Center. Whatever the first table, the big table you are using, so take the big table as detail table. Okay, so out of two tables, which one is big table? That means number of columns and number of records. So take the table as big table, that's a detail table. Second table is master table. So Informatica will create a cache on the master table only. So it will create, okay, if I have two sources, one source, it will take it to the cache memory. So first it will take all the data to a cache memory. Then with this data, it will be compared with this particular record and it will make the join here based on the join column, based on the join condition. We do have join type. Okay, so based on the join condition and join type, it will make the joins that will bring. See, we do have four type of joins. So I hope you are clear. See, we have first table, detail table. Second table is master table. So if you take this two table, so this is detail. Okay, whatever the table, big table, take it like a detail. The next table is master. And we have 4 type of joins. See, first join is normal join. Normal join means if I have inner join is nothing but normal join. Okay, so if I have data like this, if I want to go for normal join, so common record between both the tables. So this is, sorry, so this is normal join. Okay, inner join is nothing but normal join. See, next join type is called, so here it is a master outer. Okay, master outer. So master outer is nothing but left outer join. See, master outer means left outer join. So this is master, sorry, this is master outer join. See, master outer join means all the record from the detail table matching record from the master table. If it is not matching, you'll get null value on the right hand side. Okay, so that's what you will get master outer. The third one is you can go for detail outer. See, how can I remember master outer? Simply master outer means master will be out. You can easily remember all the record from the detail matching record from the master. Detail outer means is the left outer join. So this is what, right? You can go for left outer join. So this one is detail outer. So this one is detail outer. This is the third one. Okay. Fourth one is can go for full outer. Full outer here, full outer only. So you cannot filter out any record in this joiner. Okay. So detail outer means this is detail outer. Full outer means you'll have full outer like this. So you know all the joins already. That's why I have taken this one. So simply you have to mention join condition and join type. Join condition is common column. If you ask, do we need to have a common column? Yes. Without common column, you cannot do join. See, join is similar to SQL join. There is no differences here. And why we are using the joiner? To join the heterogeneous sources. If I have n sources, okay, if I have n number of heterogeneous sources, okay, m number of heterogeneous sources, then you have to use n minus 1 joiner. Okay, so remember these concepts, key points. So two sources, you have to use one joiner, but both should be heterogeneous. If this is Oracle, then third one is flat file. You want to combine all this, then you can have only one joiner. That means these two you can join by using source join itself. The remaining one you can use one joiner. But if all the three are heterogeneous, like this is flat file, this is stable, this is flat file, then you have to use two joiner. So which table you have to select? Master table. The small table you have to select master table. Small table. So whichever the table we have small table, so that you have to select like master. Why? Why? Because Informatica creates cache memory on the master table only. If it is if it is creating less cache, then performance wise it will be good. So that's why we are going with. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I will take one new mapping to join homogeneous tables. Before joiner, we will use sorter. I will come to your question. Okay. To join homogeneous, I have already explained, right? So first source I will take, second source I will take here. These two are heterogeneous. If it is homogeneous, I have already explained on the source transformation itself, right? So we have seen already. And I'm going to remove this first source. I'm going to take it like a flat file. Okay. So I will take this one flat file. I think in the backup, we kept it right. employees underscore flat file dot CSV. This one I will take, and you can go for, yeah, this is one source. Review the data always. So if it is flat file, you have to do the changes. It's coming correctly. Formatting options is correct, but field I have to change it, right? You go to edit metadata. So change it number of 4 or number of 6, whatever it may be. Hire date, date and time, salary. So number, 10 digit, number, 4,2. Okay, can go for 4 digit. So this one also 4 digit. Okay. So don't forget to change this if it is source is flat file, otherwise you'll get error on the hire date field. Okay, so we have done with one simple source. The next source is I'm going to take table, department as table. Select departments as table. It's Oracle table here. And out of these two, which one should I take detail? Which one should I take master? So this one should be a detail. This one should be a master, right? Yes, I will use this mapping as joiner, m underscore joiner underscore transformation. Then I will take the joiner here. So you can see here joiner. This is joiner. So 2 input, 1 output, right? You can bring here. If you click on the plus symbol, you'll be seeing master and detail. This should be a detail, right? And this should be a master. So take the second one as the master. Okay. So take this again, the joiner, open this joiner, and you can go for the join condition. See, always you'll get some conflict. If I have joiner or lookup, so common column, we are getting department ID in both sources. So that's why we are getting conflict on the columns. Okay. If I want to remove the conflict, actually in Informatica Power Center, it will automatically rename with department ID 1, right? But here the column name will not be renamed automatically. You have to resolve it by manually. Go to resolve field name conflict. So source select prefix. So you can make source 1 as EMP underscore. Source 2, you can prefix like DEPT underscore, right? Click on OK. Then this field will have name like this way. So you can go to plus symbol here. You can go with department ID equal to employees.department ID. Okay, so this is the way you can go for. And this is master and detail. So join condition, join type. So what is the join type you want to select? Master outer, detail outer, full outer. You can select from here itself. And the advanced, say for an example, sometimes if you are giving sorted data to the joiner, it will be performance wise will be good. So you can go for sorted input. If you are enabling the sorted input, then you have to provide a sorted data to this. Okay, so the joiner will take cache memory. That's what we are seeing the cache directory. So all this null value will be treated as highest value always. This one I will take while taking the sorted transformation. Okay. I will go to next one. Just you can go to this target. You can select the target. So target should be a joining column, right? So I can go to this one and I can select so target table to hold these two columns, these two table columns, right? T underscore employees underscore departments. Yeah, this table I will take. and I will truncate the existing data. I will load it, go to field mapping. So you can do a smart map. You check it whether these columns are from employees table. Department name is department table. So automatically it has mapped it, right? Yes, it is correctly mapped. So no need to change anything. So these first four columns is coming from department source. These columns are coming from employees, but it has mapped correctly. So you can save this. This is similar to Informatica Power Center. There is no changes and you can run it. So based on the join condition, it will take. So joiner, how many sources it will take? Only 2 sources. But source joiner, how many sources it will take? N number of sources. So if you have 10 sources, all are Oracle sources, it has common column to join it. You can join it in the source itself. See here, 106 records has been loaded. One record got filtered out. 107, 27. You are getting 106. That means one record got filtered out due to the join condition. You can go to this table, right? So you can check here, data has been loaded or not. Yes, it has been loaded correctly. For an example, I want to get only shipping department. Shipping department. Okay. Where should I apply the filter? So in this, you check it. Okay. First one is employees flat file. Okay. Second one is Oracle underscore departments. Okay. You take these two. Where should I apply filter to get only shipping department? Shall I apply filter here? Shall I apply filter here? So if I apply filter here, yes, it will filter out, but the performance wise, it is not correct. See, from where you are getting departments, right? You are getting departments from here, right? The departments table. So here you have to apply the filter. Should I go for filter transformation? No need. It is a table. You open it. Go to source. Go to source filter. What is the filter condition? You can go put departments dot department name equal to shipping, right? That's it. See why you have to apply here. How many record it will pull from the source? Now only one record. See, from this source, it will take only one record. It will create a cache with only one record. It will be compared. Since it is the inner join, yes, you will get only those record to the output. Correct? So that is what you have to apply. Don't apply after the filter in this scenario. This scenario, don't apply after this. Left outer, right outer, yes, same way you have to go for. It is similar. As I told, right, left outer means you have to go for master outer. Right outer means detail outer. But this condition, even if you are going for left outer, right outer, see only 45 records you got it. Only shipping department has loaded. If you go and check here, only one record from the source it is taking, right? Yes. Even if you are going to apply join type as master, okay, master outer, left outer, how many records I will get it? Any idea? I'm going to apply master outer. Here I have applied filter condition, one record. How many record I will get it? Same record or 107 record? See here, flat file, I'm getting 107, not 105. If you want, you can check it here. Source, I'm getting 107. Here I will get one record, but I have selected master outer. So you have to take all the record from the left table, right? See all that record from the left table, matching record from the right table. If it is not matching, you will get null value on other columns. See, except the shipping, you will get null value on the department name. Am I correct? See, except shipping, you are getting null value on the right hand side. Why? Because we are not getting the data here, right? Only shipping has value, matching value. Other values are not matching. Since it is the, what is the join here? Left outer join. Left means irrespective of right table, all the record from the left table. That's what you have to use, right? Got it? Got it or not? Yeah, that's what you have to go for. Left outer, right outer, full outer, all this. To join homogeneous table, before joiner will use sorter. No. See here, homogeneous joiner means, here itself, say for an example, this is the Oracle table, right? If I want to combine with the departments, then you have to go for multiple objects here. I have already explained this. What to multiple object? First table you select departments. Second, one more source. You add related object. You go for locations here, right? That's it. This is homogeneous join. I have already explained this. So please watch it, okay? So this one you have to go. Departments.location ID equal to location.location ID. This way you have to join it. Okay. Yeah. Any questions on joiner or macros? So do you have any questions on joiner or macros? If you have any questions, please raise hands. I will unmute.
Yeah, hello, sir. So in macros, if we have input like 4 columns we are taking as input, we have different data types, say character and decimal. And output character, does it matter with the data type or it can be string?
Yeah, that's what. See, what is the logic you are going to write? It's a common for, if you are going to write the logic, both common for character as well as, sorry, decimal, okay, or integer, okay, numeric field.
Yeah.
Then you can write it for both, okay. So if you are going to write logic only for this character field, yes, you have to write one macro for character, one macro for decimal. It depends on the logic, how we are writing it.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So horizontal macros is nothing but, see, horizontal macros, we are expanding the logic horizontally. So that will be available in output field itself. So if you are using output field in expression, if you're going expression, right? If you are creating expressions, if you are creating output field itself, okay, any field output field, if you are creating in this field itself, finally you'll have horizontal expansion. So you can use it. So this is common, okay, in output field itself. It expands the logic horizontally. That's it.
Okay. It basically depends on logic, but not on data type constraint.
Not a data type.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of writing for one particular column, we are creating the logic for all the columns.
Yeah, thank you.
While creating this macros, you created parameter, like what is the use of that parameter?
So that's what, see, it is not only one column, right? We are creating this macros for multiple columns. You assume that 100 columns are there. 80 columns you are creating. So how will you map it here in the target? You cannot map it, right? one single column contains 80 column values, correct?
Yeah.
So if you go to the field mapping, if you use this manual one, this field contains all the 80 field value. I cannot map it to one single field like this, right?
Yes.
I cannot map it in this way. That's why we are parameterizing it. Okay, if you parameterized, then you can get all the fields separately. From there you can get.
Oh, okay. I mean, in the mapping task, we saw, right? Like that?
Yes, correct. In the mapping task, you can map it in this way. See, if you're going like this, right? See here. So this way, you'll be getting all the field output. Okay, if you are, say, for an example, as I told, 80 field you have. All the 80 field, you will get output field like this. 80 different field, it will be created here. So
Okay.
you have to map it corresponding to the output field. It will be mapped correctly.
Okay. And Chandra, one more thing, when we go for mapping task and when we go for task one, usually.
Normally in real-time project, for all the mapping, you will create a mapping task.
Okay.
Okay, that is a framework. Okay, you have to follow. So, but
Mhm.
in IICS, you can run mapping without task also.
Okay.
Okay, but it is advisable to create a mapping task for all the sessions. For an example, if you are using any catching values, okay, so today it has to be catch some values like 10. Okay, it has cached some values in the memory.
Mhm.
So tomorrow it should be like, or next time it should be from starting from 11. Then you
Okay.
have to create like, definitely you have to create a mapping task. So then only it will hold the value. Otherwise it will lose the value. Got it?
Yeah. And the task
But
flow when we use?
task flow is similar to workflow. I will tell
Oh,
you task flow later. Okay. Once we will complete all the transformations, then we will go for mapping task. Okay. This task we will see. Once
Sure.
all the tasks we have seen, we will go for a task flow.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Task
Thanks.
flow is similar to our workflow.
Okay.
So we can create a command task, email task. Okay. So many things we can create. Okay. I got one question in preview data. Can we apply filter condition like percentage? In preview data, can we apply filter conditions? No, that's what I'm saying. Where you want to apply this filter condition? You want to apply in filter transformation or in source? The mandatory to mention that percentage macros will automatically mention percentage. Preview we cannot apply. So preview is for whatever the logic we have applied. So that will be previewed. Okay. To preview, your mapping should be valid.
Hi, sir. I have one doubt. Suppose we will be getting source and we don't know about how many special characters are there. We'll be getting control characters sometime in source. So, will this macros work for in
Yeah.
this
So that
scenario?
means you have to create some other logic. So if you are not aware how many special characters you'll be getting, then you have to go for some regular expressions.
Okay.
Okay. So you have some regex concept, right? So you can go for 1 minute. I'll show you. See, replace character we have used, or ltrim, rtrim we have used, right? Instead, okay. So instead, just a second. One more question also you have asked. If the mapping is invalid, how can I check it is invalid? See, you'll be seeing here one option, validation, right? Right hand side corner, you'll be seeing validation. If you click on that, it will show you why it is invalid. Okay, that's one question. And what is the question you have asked? Okay, I'll go to expression. Here I'm using ltrim, rtrim, right? Instead, you have to use a regex. Okay, regular expression. So you'll be having some special characters, right? Or you'll be having, say, for an example, all function, you'll be having regular expression replace, regular expression match, regular expression extract. So these three you can use it. Okay, got it? So you have to learn regex for this.
Okay.
Yeah, regular expression, you can use it. Okay. So instead of using this L trim, R trim, or replace character and all, I have used like this, right? So instead, you can use these three, one of three. Okay. So regular expression we will mostly use for some pattern matching, some special characters and all. We will use this regular expressions. Got it? Any other questions from others? So will you able to complete expression exercises and joiner exercise? I will send it to you joiner exercise as well. To try to complete. Yes.
Yeah, hi Chandra.
Mhm.
So I see only horizontal expansion built-in functions, right? We cannot see any vertical expansion like that in built-in.
No, that's what I told. The vertical expansion you have to create like this. Okay.
Okay.
In the macros you have to create.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Chandra.
Yeah.
Chandra, actually, I am developing the maps, but few maps like in the source and target, it is like 0, like the records and all, and the mapping is valid. How can we check that? Where is
Why it
the
is 0? Why it is 0? Whether you have inserted the data into the source table.
Yes, yeah, I have
After
inserted that.
inserting, have you committed?
Yes, committed.
No. If you have committed, then you should get all the records to the source, right? Review the data. See, if you are not getting, that means you haven't committed.
Okay.
Source has a record.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
Chandra.
source you are seeing the record, but Informatica, if it is not reading, means you haven't committed. See, Oracle, you have to commit it. Okay, if you are inserting the data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You check it whether you have committed or not.
Okay, sure.
So that's the only reason. Okay. Yes. Thank you all. We'll stop it here. Rest I will take it tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll go for 2 to 3 transformations, like sorter, aggregator, and router. We will complete. Thank you all.
Thanks, Chandra.
Yeah. Do you have a question? Yeah. Thank you all.